Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai, and welcome to Jagadambe Reads the Holy Books of India, Mahabharata443. As you may remember, Jayadratha got killed. The Kauravas was sunk in gloom. They were so sure they could avert the tragedy, and they could not. Chapter 24, Drona touched to the quick. Arjuna recited the incantation for the withdrawal of the great Pashupata. As soon as it was withdrawn, a cool breeze blew on the field. It bore the perfume of 1,000 flowers with it. Krishna got out of his chariot and embraced Arjuna. He was so relieved at the thought that Arjuna's life had been saved. The Kaurava heroes had all left the place. They had not been able to save Jayadratha. He'd been killed even as they were looking on. Duryodhana wept tears of humiliation. Bhima set up such a shout that the 4 quarters resounded in echo. Yudhishthira knew that Jayadratha had been killed. He heard the Devadatta and the Panchajanya making music. Arjuna fell at the feet of Krishna and said, "Lord, this is your doing. Without you, no one can do anything. You helped me cross this great ocean and made me fulfill my promise to my child. With your grace, Yudhishthira will rule the world. After the death of all these sinners, you are our guide in the path of truth." Krishna smiled a pleased smile at the words of Arjuna. He showed the field to Arjuna and said, "Today, Satyaki and you have destroyed 7 Akshokinis of their army. In fact, Satyaki has caused more havoc than even you. Look at the field." They hurried to the presence of Yudhishthira. On the way, Krishna told Arjuna why the head of Jayadratha had to be dropped on the lap of his father. He said, Brihatshrata, the father of Jayadratha, got this son after performing a great penance. He obtained the boon that his son could not be killed by ordinary men and by ordinary means. He would be killed only by the greatest heroes and by the greatest of all weapons. The boon was granted. Not satisfied with that, the father wanted another boon. He wanted the head of the man who made the head of Jayadratha fall on the ground to split into 1,000 fragments. That boon was also granted. That was why I wanted you to take the head of Jayadratha to his father, so that he may be the one to drop it on the ground. They reached the presence of Yudhishthira. Yudhishthira jumped down from his chariot and hurried to embrace Arjuna. His eyes were raining tears. "Thank God for this," said Yudhishthira. "Arjuna, you're alive. Krishna, I'm so happy to see you alive." He embraced Satyaki and Bhima. He was delirious with joy. He said, "Krishna, you are the one person who has made this possible. I'm sure nothing else is responsible for the success of Arjuna except your grace. Arjuna was able to keep his oath because you had decided he should not fail." His voice was choked with tears. Krishna said, "No, Yudhishthira, you are wrong. Jayadratha was killed because of the fire of anger which blazed in your eyes yesterday. A good person's anger is more powerful than anything else on earth. Your anger was the cause of the success of Arjuna in this inhuman task he had undertaken." For the first time in his life, Duryodhana realized that the words of Bhima were true and that it was not possible to defy Arjuna. Duryodhana was alone in his tent, thinking of the events of the day and the many days that had gone by. He realized that no one could equal Arjuna, not Drona, nor Krupa, nor Ashwatthama, nor even Radeya. No one could be called the equal of Arjuna. Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you for coming. I hope you come again.